We are getting now to notes and reminders. Notes and reminders, we have seen it in the tutorial for admin, same thing. It's like quick notes, nothing very super spectacular, but you can make categories here if you like to. Let's say this is a customer, so we may have some follow-up category. If it's not in the list, we can add it to the list, call it follow-up. And actually we could also put another one in here, like send category maybe, and maybe a collection category. Sometimes this is unfortunately important as well. So we can choose from this collection, and I may have for the last invoice and due date, and I need to do it maybe by the 2nd, 12, 13, and I put it automatically on the scheduler. This system has been set that it puts it automatically on the scheduler so you don't forget. But before that I probably have followed up on certain inquiry, like a reference number, or I may have logistic related. And then I can put my information here and also put in a date. If I don't want it on my scheduler, obviously I can take it off, and only that one would pop up. That's really as much as I want to tell about this. Maybe besides that, I can double click. You saw that little hook again. Here it was, and it allows you to open up a shortcut, go to a pop-up menu in this case, and then you can comfortably write enter and write new stuff. So, and change. Projects are always a must once you have a customer and they are getting into it, and this is very important to you. You don't want to forget anything. It may be very complex. A project is really a great tool to have and to make use of it. In the admin tutorial, we have been already going through this in depth. You may want to refer to that. Maybe just a quick walkthrough again as a reminder. Maybe this may be a sales project, aviation, whatever I want to call this. Maybe I'm in the business of selling to aviation. I'm actually right now doing textiles, so maybe I'll do this is a project I'm doing with this customer about weaving. And then I can change dates, I can change location, I can put in USA. If it finds it, great. If not, it would open up another menu. Finish by, I can put priority, let's say priority 1. If it's not in the list, it will open up the opportunities. I can put priority 1, 2, 3, 33, A, B, C in here if I need to. And then I can choose from that list. And in this case, I want to do priority A. Let's see if we have a category already in here. I can put a category in here. Description. So weaving project for 2 machines, maybe technical weaving. There's a little more to it. I can double click on here to put any attachments. Maybe I want to put pictures, or I may want to put Excel sheets. I can do that, and it will pop up here. So next time when I go and talk to this customer, I can quickly find it back and double click on this. I can open it. Where is it? Open. There it is, and it'll open up my Excel sheet. I can make modifications in here. Notice though, it will make the modifications in wherever that Excel sheet has been saved. If you go with the same program to another place, maybe you work from another computer, it may not find this Excel sheet anymore because it's just been stored in the path which you have decided here. It could be network, could be your own computer. Just have that in mind. You can put more categories, you can put a project leader, you can put additional information, additional weaving. I'll put it in here because it will pop up in the scheduler there too as another option to filter for. Also as notes, I can put additional notes here. And then I can go and filter in here the same information as I had in the admin tutorial. The same options here, like going forward, going backward, creating a new one, or choose from a list. In this case, I only have one for this particular customer. These projects are bound to this customer. Notice there's one project right now. Let's see if I have one for customer 2. I didn't make one, there shouldn't be any, and the list is empty. So it tells you that it is per customer related. So you just have to, if you want to go and work on a project for this one customer, find the customer and then go to projects and work from there. You can also send a letter and then choose here for information. We went through this in the admin tutorial as well. Don't have to redo this. Refer to the admin tutorial and you will have a little bit more in-depth insight on this. Sales orders is something we may want to take a little bit of time for. We have a customer and we want to sell him something, so we're going to start off, let's say, with a quote. The quote is here, has a purpose because it is not monetary related. The quote has no P&L, profit and loss relevance for now. But we want to be able to, if later on the customer decides to take this quote for granted and he wants to buy it, we can roll this over into an invoice. And then it will be monetary value. So for now, I'm going to keep it quote. I can put the date required. And I can put the date promised. I can put some information which is not, this info will not be seen by the customer. This is oh, my handwriting, very bad, customer. And I can put an employee ID if I have one. Let's see if Roger's in there. It's not in the list. So we're going to add another employee right now. This is just for us internally. So that's why you have also social security numbers, employee numbers if you need to. You can put more information here. So basically all the employee information. And now we can choose from this. And the shipping method, if nothing's been put in there, we might want to send this FedEx. Doesn't make sense for machines, but I'm just putting FedEx right now. Maybe I should put in UPS, but I can also put containers and then build up this list over time. And let's do a container, why not? Ship to. I can ship to my customer. If it doesn't find in the list, again we're going to build one. Ship name, my customer, ship address, then you have the street and then city and so on and so forth. Well, maybe I should do it for now. That's going to be street 2. This is my city, ship city. Test state, really a little bit convoluted, but let's just put something in here so that we have some quick information for our invoice. Actually, I want to put some notes in here, sometimes like high loading docs, so this is like a little reminder for me. And now I should be able to choose from this list my customer. Now you won't see much more here, but in the invoice later on you will do. Since I've changed data, it will remind me on this, because now we're going to get into a little bit more P&L relevant stuff. We want to make sure that we are aware of changes we make. discounts. I may give him discounts on all the products I give him. So I put this in there and it will later pop up here as a default value. You will see that. Payment terms, I'll make some up. Let's say 10% net. Okay, didn't find it in the list. So I'm going to put in 10% net. And let's say 30 days. I'm sorry, what should I do? 30 days net, 10% discount. Wow, big discount upon advanced payment. And what it does is you can put in now here 30 days as or advanced payment. Discount has been good at 0 days. The discount value, we put it manually in here, and days net will be 30 days. And then later on you will need that information that says choose the right thing from that list. Okay, delivery terms. I have here a list I can choose from. Let's say it's going to be the complete lot. I can put it in here. Alright, it's been changed again, I understand. And now we're going to go, and we have 3 options here to choose from. And you can also use them in combination as you like. If I go backwards, then this gives me options from a list. That list which we have built up in the inventory search. Previous tutorials will indicate what we have done there. I'm choosing now something from that list. I'm choosing this item from that list. And then since it was 1495, let me find 1495, and then it will put the description right in there from 1495. A customer reference if they have. Not everything which I'm typing in here makes sense, but this is to illustrate this. I can put a value to it. And then, or I choose it from the list. This list actually is derived from the same inventory listing, so that value which may have been put under values, may have to open this up to show you, will pop up here as an option to choose from, which you can override. Okay, values are here. So we'll choose from somewhere here is the number 200,000 mentioned, and they will be able to choose it from that list. So the more information you put in, the more you can choose from, but you can also override this and make this 200, delete the rest, go over there and override it. Discounts, I'm going to put 10% in here. Tax value, maybe if I have another text item. So, and you can go through this, it's pieces maybe. If I don't have it in this list, the same old story. Piece, I may have another thing like pounds, or I have meter. So in this case, we're going to choose for piece. Other comments I may want to do, by who it's been approved and so on and so forth, and which date. And I go next. Or I can also enter it like a quick entry. I can, let's say, I can create a product, or I can just type in new item 1. I can say new item 1 for customer 2 special product. Not really makes a lot of sense, but they have the vendor, the customer's ref, and then I can choose pound, maybe quantity sold 1, maybe it is 200, and you notice that the next time it will pop up the 10% from here as a default value. This first time I will have to put it in there manually if there's a text item, and I can do all that. And also I can also create it from a list. I don't have a list created yet, so I'm going to create one. But double click on this little hook. I can make my own new list. Item ID, let's say 20. This is an internal number. I can do a description. This is my company special products. What typically the purchase description would be his company's special products. Oh, very creative. Reference number could be the vendor reference number, could be any combination of this, and then it automatically puts it in the sales inventory account, since we assume this is an item which has to be accounted for the inventories. And then you can put categories for any of these already, or you can create your own categories. You can go through this step by step by step by step. This is really something more detailed for people in the ISO certified companies, where they have to work with this. Units, it always choose from, you have a standard text item. This may be text with 10%. Any other characteristics you want there. A standard sales price maybe 250. Your purchase price maybe 150. Your landed cost maybe somewhere like 180, and or 180. And your markup, standard markup, would be maybe 20%. So you can put all kinds of information in here to fill it up and be reminded of, and this will also be taking this into consideration later on when you do some monetary things. This is kind of trying to avoid double entries. ISO certified. Then you have approvals and the dates and when it's been entered, and so on and so forth. And then I can choose this from that long list. I may have to update my little query here by clicking F5, and then it should pop up. There it is, and it will utilize the information. I can overwrite the customer reference, I can do some description, but it's not necessary. And then I can go ahead and look how it's looked like. This would be a packing slip. I'm pushing it, it popped up, and my 3 products are coming up in here. I may have to put some information here. Customer ref for item 20, and I may have to do some additional description or choose from it. Let me see how that was. Yeah. Okay. So I can do that. A quantity sold. I should do that. Value maybe, or choose from a list. Yeah, there's the list, and it'll put 12 times 250 in here. It will add it up here. Okay, now let's look at that packing slip. Look, the pop-up tells you it's a packing slip. This will be a sales order, and this will be the sales order bulk version. Pop up this packing slip again. It's going a little bit out of my sight. Alright, there it is, my information I've just entered in the system. As a packing slip, there are no dollar values in there. And you can look at that. You can also see how the quote looks like with the customer information, my information. I have not put anything in my customer information. And there are the dollar values. And that's how it's been done. You can also go in here and choose from a list of sales orders you have created over time, or choose from a list of purchase orders you have created over time, and then take this, and maybe you want to create that sales order from it, and it should appear and look the same way as the other one is. And also, if you want to roll it over into an invoice, then it will show, okay, it needs to first needs to save this information, but then when it pops up, then it will pop up as invoice. And at the same time, once you have created an invoice, it will also create a monetary information. And I can see this in the reports by clicking in here, and I go in my P&L, and it pops up here my sales items which I've created. So this is how this form has been working. And again, you have to, as usual, play with these things to get a little bit familiar with it. But you have really nice three options for quick entry, for company preset data, which you can double click here and create your own product lists, or you can go from this bulk inventory listing and incorporate them. Here, click that question mark and it opens up a little bit more information about this, how you can work with this. And that's basically how that's done. You can also put in, okay, this is a pop-up version of it. I always encourage people to go through this and read these so that you know how this form has been intended. Here's another pop-up. It tells you that you can double click on this baby. And this is pretty much to tell about this. And we think this is a very good tool. If you have created more purchase sales orders, then this list will increase. You will see more information here, and it's quickly you'll be able to quickly find what you are looking for. Undo, save, other options you have. This stores the information into a PDF file if you like, or in an Excel sheet. I choose PDFs. Choose your own path, put the sales order in there, save it. Maybe you have a path for your customer. This exports it into an Excel sheet right now, but you can also export it into a PDF file and send it to your customer. Very handy tool. If you need to void it, then let's change the data and look at it, and it shows it's been voided, and it will be taken out of your P&L. Should be, if everything is good, worked out good, then it will be taken out of my P&L. And yes, it disappeared. So this is how the sales orders are done. So you can make use of existing information out of your inventories, or you can create your new items if you need to. So it's a flexibility for everybody, and you can obviously also print these orders.